Welcome to Litbit channel. Today we will see General Your Tank by Bertolt Brecht. Let's we see the short answer. What is Bertolt Brecht assessment of human intellect in this poem? Man is an intellectual who has the capacity for independent thinking. He has an indomitable greatness because of his thinking capacities. What is the identity of the person in whose voice the poem has been composed? The voice is that of the German war primer. Or you can write, the person who voices his view in the poem is a subordinate to the general, a soldier. Why does the poet thinks that the only defect of the vehicles is that they need drivers? A tank is a powerful vehicle because it can destroy forests and kills hundreds of men. But without a man driving the vehicles, it becomes as useless as the general who is helpless without the soldiers fighting bravely under him. Why is the bomber defective in spite of the being powerful? The bomber plane is defective in spite of being powerful because it is useless without a mechanic who is an ordinary soldier in the force. Brecht uses irony to show how dehumanized and made helpless man by machines. Man has become a slave of machines. But machines are invented by man and machines are utterly useless without man. Why is man referred to as useful? Man referred to as useful because he is the one who converted the otherwise powerless tanks and bomber into powerful instrument of destruction. When does thinking appears as a defect? In military, thinking is the defect. If the generals have intelligence to think, they will not fight and would put an end to war by discussion. General, man is very powerful. He can fly and he can kill. What does the tone of the above line suggest? The tone of the lines is ironical and suggests that man has the capacity for independent thinking. He knows it is wrong to kill innocent people, and this will certainly hamper the army officers' attempt to command soldiers to kill and maim other people. Simply because they are not all on the same side, he cannot be easily commanded to do such heinous things. Mention the instance of repetitions and the effects created by it is in the poem. The words general and defect is repeatedly used in the poem to show the speaker's contempt for war. It also isolates the general as the member of humanity and makes a dig at their frequently inadequacy. If the generals have intelligence to think, they will not fight and put an end to war by discussion. What is the significance of the speakers in the poem directly addressing the general? The speaker directly addresses the general because he is the one who gets prize and glory in the war, when it is actually the ordinary soldiers who fight and get killed in the war. It tells him with contempt that he has powerful equipments which are all useless without man to handle them. It is also tells him that if only man starts to think, then they will not listen to him and fight, but will only end to war by discussion. Discuss in the context of the poem how the sacrifice of the ordinary soldiers contribute to the glories of the generals. In every war, it is the poor soldiers who fight and gets killed, bringing glory and praise to the lazy, fatty military generals. The ordinary soldiers is always forgotten and the general is raised to the status of a hero on winning of the war. Bertolt Brecht skillfully uses irony and satire throughout the poem and convinces the reader of the foolishness of the military generals and also the filthy of war. If the generals have intelligence to think, they will not fight but put an end to war by discussion. Is the poem witty, serious, ironic, or humorous? Give reason for your answer. The poem is ironic because Brecht ironically holds the horror effects of war. It is the soldiers who fights and gets killed, bringing laurel to the general in the process. The ordinary soldier is always forgotten. Beckett expresses his dislike towards wars and he ridicules the general in the poem. The general seems to be powerful with his tank and bomber, but his tank has a defect that needs a driver, and the bomber, even through his powerful, needs a mechanic to function. He adds that the general has a man capable to flying and killing, but there is one defect: the man can think. The man is the one who convert every actions if only he begins to think. He can render all machines weapons of the destructions in the powerless and put on end to war by refusing to cooperate with the warmonger. In the context of the poem, how are machines used as a tools of war? Machines are used as tools of war. It uses the tank, which is a powerful vehicle because it can destroy forest and kills hundreds of men. But it cannot be operated without a man's skill at using it. Again, the bomber planes are used because they fly faster than wind and can carry heavy things, but it is useless without the mechanic who is an ordinary soldier in the force. These tools are used in wars to smash down the forest and kill 100 men. Thanks for watching this video, viewers, and please subscribe my channel.